Holy shit balls. That was some biggity bullshit. In a good way. Avengers Infinity War. You already know that this is going to be a spoiler review. If you've seen the thumbnail, you clicked on it. It's up to you. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly suggest you click off of this video, go see the movie, come back, and we can have a discussion about this movie. This movie is going to blow your mind. I have a non-spoiler review if you want to go back and check that out. If you want to just hear my thoughts on it and my rating and everything. But this is going to be a full-blown spoiler review. I'm going to go ahead and get this out here. I know that people don't like spoilers, so, you know, hey, you can't blame me. You clicked on this video, bud. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out the way. I had predictions for this film, and I'm going to go ahead and put that right here at the beginning of this video. I had 3 predictions of who was going to die. I said Loki, Iron Man, and Vision. And I got 2 out of the 1. Yeah, didn't mean to do that. But anyways, yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Avengers Infinity War, the opening scene takes place right where Thor Ragnarok, the end credit scene, left off, where Thanos is intervening on the ship. So it opens up to where Thanos is walking on the ship, and everything's just wreaked havoc on the ship. Then you see Loki, he's like, we have a Hulk. And Hulk just comes smashing in, starts, you know, beating Thanos' ass, but Thanos gets the upper hand and starts like slamming him down, just like the Hulk did to Loki in the first Avengers. I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, Tony Stark said to Loki in that film that, you know, we have a Hulk. Now Loki is saying we have a Hulk, but just showing that how powerful Thanos is, taking down Hulk before he has all the Infinity Stones is amazing, and just takes him down like that. And I keep doing the snap ever since the movie, so yeah, you're gonna know. I'll talk more about that later on. But yeah, so Loki is he sees his brother about to get taken out. You already got Heimdall. He gets killed right away, so he's gone. And then Loki tries to sneak attack on Thanos. And Thanos gets the upper hand, picks him up by his neck, snaps his neck, his throat, whatever. Loki is dead. Hulk gets thrown to Earth, and right where Doctor Strange is at, and Iron Man, and then you have, and he comes, and he's like, he brings the news to Earth. He's just like, Thanos is coming. Thanos is coming. So really, the beginning of the film is the only time we ever get to see Hulk in full Hulk form. Later on, if you see the trailer and everything, and you see them all running in Wakanda, and they're having that big battle, you see Hulk is actually running in that with them. No, that was a tease. He's not. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but he's not in full Hulk form. He keeps trying to become full Hulk form, but he doesn't. He can't break out of it. He can't get mad enough. So yeah, let's get that out the way. Loki and Heimdall is dead within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the film. I don't know where Valkyrie is. I don't expect that she's dead. They didn't show that from Thor Ragnarok, if you know who I'm talking about, because she's the last of her kind. So I'm pretty sure that in the one of the next Thor films or whatever, they're going to have a throwback and show that she escaped or something before Thanos actually came on board. You have to know walking into this movie that this is going to be a Thanos movie. I said it in my non-spoiler review that a lot of people, a lot of their complaints and problems with the film was that all our superheroes did not get like any type of character arc. Some of them did, a few of them did, but not all of them. No, they all have their moments to shine, but nobody really has like that character development like Thanos. This is a Thanos movie. The Russo brothers said that this was going to be a Thanos movie, and that speaks true because it's been a while. We've been wanting to know more about this guy. We've only seen bits and pieces of him through end credit scenes and stuff like that, which I don't think Josh Brolin played Thanos in those end credit scenes, but in this film he brings an awesome performance. So you understand Thanos, even though you hate him to love him, because he is the best villain in the MCU by far, even better than Killmonger. You know, kill me, I don't care. Killmonger was great in Black Panther, but I think Thanos, Josh Brolin, this guy's awesome. You know, his acting chops and just everything about him just brought it. I mean, it was amazing to watch on the big screen. He wreaks havoc, and you actually understand Thanos from Gamora's perspective. You know, like he takes on Gamora. He cares about Gamora. I know a lot of people was like, well, maybe he really didn't love her. Yes, he really did. He took him in as her child. He did. Whenever he killed everybody, he didn't want her to see. He turned her head. He was protecting her, but she saw the evil in him. She saw what he was becoming, and there was this moment in this film that devastated me because Gamora, he kills Gamora. He throws her off the rock, and you see it like it hurt him to do it, but he still did it because he has to kill what he loves in order to continue his plan. And that moment was, oh my God, that's exactly how far Thanos is willing to go to put the universe at balance. You know, in his eyes, he thinks that he's doing the right thing. Then we get to the point to where Thor teams up with Rocket Raccoon and Groot, and they go off and they do their mission. And the rest of the Guardians, you know, they meet up with Iron Man and everything. And if you're worried about, is there going to be any kind of humor in this film, just like the Guardians film? Yes, there is. They balance that great. I think that, you know, they all feel the same. Their lines feel the same. I know a lot of people said that Drax, you know, they could have brought back some of his humor. I don't agree with that. I think that it worked perfectly. I think it was good. This movie does have more humor than you would expect, but it's great because, I mean, it's just like a roller coaster, ups and downs all the way through it. There's not a whole lot of downtime. There's no really plateau in the film. It's one fight sequence after the other, except for some of the backstory on Thanos. One of my favorite parts of the movie, and they did it like 3 or 4 times, was that Thor kept referring to Raccoon as Rabbit, and that was so funny to me. I just thought that was crazy because, you know, Raccoon, he keeps asking questions to Thor, and it's like, you know, what do you have a brother or anything like that? And he's like, yes, he's dead. And it's just like that, and he's like, he can't connect. Thor can't connect on the same level as like Earthlings, I guess you would say, or even like in Raccoon's case, but he just keeps calling him Rabbit, and I thought that was hilarious throughout the movie. So there's a point in the film where they take Vision to Wakanda to protect him within the Wakanda world, and that fight scene is amazing. Everyone has their moment to shine. Everyone kicks ass, and it's just the moment that Thanos walks up to Vision, picks him up, rips the Mind Stone out of his head, and Vision's life just goes, Vision's body just goes lifeless, gave me chills. I was like, oh my God, like they took some big risks. They did not hold back in this film at all. There's this one scene where Star-Lord, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, they're all trying to rip the gauntlet off of Thanos' hand. They're trying to rip the gauntlet glove off of Thanos' hand, and it's the moment. And they almost have it. They almost have it. And you have Star-Lord who comes in and he finds out that Gamora is dead. And this is where it pissed me off a little bit because I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. And I like Chris Pratt and all that kind of stuff. And I understand where he was coming from. But him intervening and acting on his emotions, they almost had the gauntlet off of his hand. And he starts hitting Thanos in the head. And it kind of brings Thanos out of this like trance that he was in, and he gets the gauntlet back, and then he starts kicking ass again, and I'm like, oh my God, they almost had it. So it makes you not like Star-Lord a little bit just because of that bad decision, but he is more human than most people in this. So I mean, you kind of understand it a little bit because, I mean, if you really think about it, in Captain America Civil War, when Tony Stark found out that the Winter Soldier was the one that killed his parents, he reacted and started fighting him and Captain America and everything. So you kind of, I mean, it kind of does it and everything, but the Russo brothers does a terrific job at expressing emotion and getting that out of their audience, getting that out of their actors, and bringing just this sense of weight over their audience. Like, I can't explain it. They're terrific, phenomenal filmmakers. So going back to the fight on Wakanda, whenever Thanos pulled the Mind Stone out of Vision's head, you have Thor coming in, and he just hits Thanos right there in the chest with the axe, and he's looking at him, and you think it's almost over, and then Thanos looks at Thor, and he says, "You should have aimed for the head," and he goes, snaps his finger, and next thing you know, like basically half of the Avengers just start fading away. I mean, we're talking about Black Panther, we're talking about Winter Soldier, everybody except for really the original ones. Honestly, Captain America and Iron Man, they make it out alive. You were kind of scared for Iron Man's Iron Man's well-being at one scene, but Doctor Strange basically saved his life. Let's talk about the snap. Now, my predictions, I know there's a lot of different theories and all that kind of stuff. Do I think that everyone in this movie that faded away and died is dead for good? No, they're going to come back. The ones that faded away, they're going to come back. But I think that everyone that's pre-snap, I keep doing that. Everyone that's pre-snap is actually dead. Like Loki, Heimdall, Gamora, Vision was pre-snap. I think that them four are definitely dead. I don't know if they would bring them back. I would see them bringing Gamora back in some way because she is a beloved character, and I heard that she's supposed to have more of a role in the next Guardians film, so I'm not sure. But unless they were just trying to misdirect us, but her death scene was definitely devastating, and you could hear the whole audience just, oh, you could hear so many damn nerdgasms in the theater. They applauded like 9 times, but they did not applaud at the end of the movie just because everybody was fading away and everything. It was so silent once the credits rolled, and it was like we couldn't believe it. We were left on a cliffhanger. We could not believe what we just witnessed. So yeah, it was just, people were like flipping out, rolling out their chair, jumping up and down. I was like, geez, like, calm the fuck down, people. It's a movie. I know it's an amazing movie. People have been waiting years to see this movie, so I completely understand to why the fans just wanted to applaud every second of this movie. So I'm not hating at all, I promise. But basically what you could do, if you wanted to know, you could take this poster right here, rip it in half, and that's who all dies. So let's get to the end credit scene with Samuel Jackson and Kobe Smulders, and they're driving down the streets, and this SUV just like cuts them off, crashes. They get out, they start seeing people disappear. They see a helicopter, it's starting to crash. So you see everyone that's just starting to get wiped out. Even Kobe Smulders like starts vanishing in front of Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson, he goes to the back. He has this pager, this old pager in his hand, and he starts fading away slowly. And right before he could say, you know, his thing in every movie is like he says motherfucker. So right before he could say it and fades away, he goes mother, and he drops, and he fades away. The pager drops on the ground. Then the camera zooms in on the pager, and you see a little logo, and it comes up as Captain Marvel's logo. So that was like his last message out, and it was like his it was like, you know, right before he faded away, he had to hit that. So honestly, I think all these characters that faded away in the movie after the snap, I think that they're all going to come back. Someone might die still, I don't know, but I mean, honestly, this is a movie everybody could come back if they wanted to and wrap it in a good little bow, and everybody's happy and all that kind of stuff. But you know, they have future. I mean, Black Panther's getting a sequel. You got I think Thor signed on for a couple more movies. I mean, they're not going to get rid of all these characters. I'm just saying. So calm your tits. It's going to be okay. But I do think that everyone pre-snap is pretty much dead. I think that would give a good weight to the film. So yeah, that's my review. So if I had to rate this movie, I mean, you already know that this is going to get an A+. It's going to blow your mind. Go see this movie right now. This movie, if you can find tickets, you might not even be able to see it until next weekend or the weekend after or something like that, because I was lucky enough to get the ticket for free because a buddy of mine pre-ordered it a long time ago, and the only reason why he got the ticket was because somebody refunded it. Why in the hell would anyone do that for this film? But anyways, that's my review. A+. It's amazing. Go see it. This is Destination Station. I'm Destin. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video, whatever that might be. Peace.